Hey, what's guys? I pledge allegiance to the United States of America, under the Republic, for which it stands, under God. I think I missed a little bit. Okay, doesn't matter. It's week 89. What is week 89? What's going on here, week 89? Let me tell you, week 89 is actually a big deal. Okay, you might not think it. You might think Charlie, it's week 89. I don't care. It's before week 90. I care about week 90 and then week 100. I like the milestone weeks. Week 89 is a big deal because week 89 marks a change. The weekly song, out with the weekly song, okay? We have replaced the weekly song with the weekly bite. Just a weekly bite. So, you might be asking, Charlie, what are the bites of the week? Because with this change, I present to you bites twofold. 2 bites. Don't worry, you only get 2 bites once. This is a limited time offer. So in the future, 1 bite a week, 2 bites. What 2 bites? What is a bite? A bite is anything I fucking want. Any media. Bite 1 this week is Nausicaa. Of the Valley of the Wind. I think that's the title. I might be wrong. It's a Ghibli movie. It's one I hadn't seen. It is probably one of my favorites now. I have a few complaints, but other than those, I think it is a really excellent movie. And it has a lot of fun bugs and a lot of fun, like, what the fuck is happening? I'll throw up some of the bugs I like. And yeah. Bite number 2 is Ted's Page, or The Cave, or I don't know. It's a blog from 2001 that I found that I later learned was one of the first, if not the first, internet creepypasta. I'm not a creepypasta guy. I don't care about that, but it was fun to read the blog under the pretense that it was real and not a creepypasta, so I've ruined it for you. You can't enjoy it like I have. But I naturally found it while I was doing something that I'll talk about later in the video, and it was very cool to see. So yeah, we're past the weekly bites. Don't worry, guys. You'll be okay. What was my week like? It was a little bit doom and gloom for the first quarter, half, first 5 days. Monday through Friday were not good. Like, I was just in a bad headspace. I was pretty sick. I don't know if sick's the right word. Maybe allergies. I just felt very bad. I just felt trash, like all around trash dump trash. And I kept like falling into this loop where I was like waking up real late, and then I was feeling all shitty and sorry for myself and not getting anything done, and it was just a bad gig, man. And then I'd go to bed and I'd be like, God, tomorrow's gonna be the day. Then tomorrow wasn't the day. Yeah, I don't know. It was a real low for sure. And I've noticed in the past that this happens a lot during these breaks from school. I'll have like a really bad dip at first, and then I'll kind of, right? Because I mean, I said Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday have been fantastic. I felt amazing. I've been productive. I've been like who I've wanted to be all break. I think my brain just takes a second. My brain and body, myself, I think I just take a second after switching routines, switching schedules, switching up like that. And it's something I would assess more. It's something I would look into more if this wasn't the last time it matters, right? I'm a senior in high school. Like I don't know. I don't have plans to go to college, so I don't know, right? This feels like the last one. I just hope that I can bounce back faster this summer. Now that I've kind of deduced that, it's probably just a matter of switching schedules, switching what I'm doing. Now that I'm holding myself to waking up at the normal time I would have, I feel better. But during break, when I was waking up at 11, 12, 1, yeah, I didn't feel very good. I don't know. I also definitely, in that time, I've definitely relearned a few lessons. I think three specifically are good to list. The first one is matching creative ambition to creative expectation or reality. I've definitely kind of, a lot of this is in relation to my game I'm working on. I've definitely been hit by a wave of that over break of just like, okay, I need to think about what all I'm saying here, right? I need to tone it back a little if I ever actually want to finish, especially since I'm giving myself limited time. Like I have a deadline in mind. Can't just let it get bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's been an important part, just matching ambition to reality. That's always a tricky thing to do for a creative. Um, I think another much simpler, much more concrete one is work before play. Um, or just be productive before relaxing, right? Like I've definitely been guilty this break of like waking up and being like, I'm gonna play video games before I do anything, and then I just like, oh my god, it's like 3 hours left before I go to bed. What the fuck am I doing? I'll just play more games, right? Like, I don't know. I fell into that trap for sure. I woke up and like, I think I will. I think I will start a new run in Noita. Then I was like, oh, it's really fun. I think I'm just gonna keep it going. It's a bad thing to fall into, man. You just gotta just do the stuff you need to do, and then it's so much more fun whenever you're actually doing the fun thing because you're not thinking the whole time like, oh fuck, oh god, I'm wasting my time. Last of the three lessons is this one's very specifically tied to game dev, is I don't need to create my magnum opus on my first try. I've been really, I ended up obsessing with the idea that I'm gonna do this thing where I take a year to kind of prove I don't need to go to college. Where I'm gonna make like the world's like most successful game, not world's most successful. I was like basically like, oh, I'm gonna make a really successful game, like $50,000+ in sales, like within a month or 2 months or whatever, right? Like I have to do all of this. I have to like look into metrics. I have to like think about like what is the most successful idea I can that I still like, right? I was weighing everything in this weird way of like, yes, I need to like it still, and that's important, but also like, oh, I need to really focus on its potential as like a profitable thing. I don't know. I think that's an unhealthy way to look at it, especially going into it for the first time. I think I just need to darn make a game because my expectations were so much higher than what I can at all realistically do in a year, especially at my skill level, which is not nothing anymore, right? I've spent time with game dev now for sure. I've gotten a lot better, but it's not enough to make what I had in mind, especially in a year. That's just I don't know. I realize I definitely need to cut it back a lot. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot on it. I don't know if I want to go somewhere else entirely or just pivot off of this idea and try to create something else out of it. I kind of need to figure my shit out. Because I've realized I can pursue game dev my whole fucking life, no matter if my first game is successful or not. That doesn't matter, right? Like it's a thing I love, so it's not going anywhere. Um, I think I need to kind of let myself feel that sense of security in that it's not slipping away from me. Like I have firm grasp of this thing that I like. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I need to figure out where I'm going with it. Either way, right now. Well, in the meantime, right before I know exactly what I'm doing, I'm still working on it. If not just to hone my own skills, but more so because yeah, I do think no matter what I make, I can probably reuse parts of this or build it off of this. Like I've been specifically trying to figure out composition a lot recently, over like inheritance is the idea in Godot, right? Like you want to compose your things of smaller things basically, and it's definitely really confusing for a long time, and it's starting to finally click. But I don't know. I've finally managed to like start implementing things with that idea in mind and actually seeing it in action and bridging the gap from conceptual that makes sense to okay, I'm actually doing it in Godot now is definitely tricky, to me at least. So I've been doing things with composition, and I've also been trying to refine something that's been very confusing for a very long time to me is getting from Blender to Godot, because I feel like everything's just freaking weird. Like some things I still don't have any idea. Like animations, it's so strange the way they're ported into Godot. I need to like really figure it out because there's not great documentation on it. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I realized I learned, and I'm also throwing in Adobe Substance Painter, so like into that pipeline. So now it's from Blender to Substance Painter to Godot. Um, a lot of just long-standing issues I've had with working in 3D. I'm finally like trying to resolve before I actually move on to like a something more real, I guess. Because I figure I can at least work on that in the meantime, right? But that is not all my week has been because I freaking dude, I finally okay. What has made Saturday and Sunday so good? Yeah, I've done some game dev, but holy crap, I have dug into the claymation, dug into the website. I stayed up kind of late one night because a friend sent me this game. Your only move is hustle, and it looks really cool. I think I will get it. And I was on the Steam page clicking around, and I saw, ooh, this guy's website, ivysly.com. And instead of saying it, I'll show you, right? I'll actually just roll the whole thing because I started there, and then I moved to other websites, and here you go.
Hey, what's guys? I'm here in the digital realm, and I just want to show you some cool websites I found. Here's ivysly.com. I love this layout. It's very similar to what I'm doing, in the sense that it's just like these buttons, free floating. He's got 6. I'm only gonna have 4, and they're gonna be in the corners. But still, I like that you can hover over them, and they do different things. I think that's something I definitely need to include in mine. Not something I've really thought about how I'm gonna, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just color shift it or something. So yeah, I mean, this guy, he has I like this layout. It's good. It's a nice little like thing he's got going on here. I think the blog looks nice, the way it opens up into more stuff. I'm hoping to do something similar there. The Dreamlog is a cool idea, and I do really like the layout of it all. I think it's kind of chaotic in a very cool way. Moving on, this website is one of my favorites that I have seen. It is just immediately, I mean, a lot going on, but I like the what's new board over here, and it kind of just is like added stuff to this, added stuff to whatever. This is something I want to do, and I think I want it to not just be for the website, but what like for me in general. What's new, right? I think a little board like this is a very cool idea and something I'm gonna include in mine somewhere, somehow. This is neat up here. I don't know if I'd actually use this or ever update it, so I'm probably not gonna do this. I do want to include a visitor number counter. I'm immediately inspired to do this. I think this is very cool. I think this is funny down here, denizen of the World Wide Web. Yeah, I think this site looks great. The layout is cool. I like his blog layout. I like how they have their own like wrappers. This is a nice effect he has. They're like little thumbnails for the blogs, little GIFs playing and stuff. It's a cool deal. I like this site a lot. And one thing I'd like to point out is I really like the little icons and stuff. I've realized I need to definitely do an icon for mine. Brawler's World. I think this is another cool website. This one's much higher effort than I'm willing to do. I like the sounds a lot. It's kind of made me realize that I need sounds for mine. That's like the thing I think missing from the Ivy Sly website. Not saying that he needs that, but personally, I would like to have that in mind. I think it would amplify the effect of like hovering over the buttons and they go like they change and do weird stuff. Yeah, give them a little sound, right? This is a cool website. It's very high effort. It's crazy, but all like I love how interactive it is. This one not particularly doesn't do anything crazy. Like nothing insanely unique about this. I just thought it was really clean looking. I like how it's like a smaller box in the website. I think it's a fun thing it does. I think it also the box doesn't change size. Yeah, if you resize, the box stays the same size, which is a nice effect. You can really cut out all this garbage if you want. Anyways, I think the blog here is not quite what I want. I don't know. I like the others where it has a little more to the links. It's not just a link. This site, immediately a very cool layout. I think this is super cool. The way he has it as like an interactive sort of thing that takes you to places. I don't know. I love it. Honestly, I think that site is one of the cooler ones. This one I like specifically for this moving stuff around and like planting them in places, but also the desktop looking icons are fun effect. I like that you can close everything out and really just make the website your own as you're exploring, looking at posts. Maybe I want to deal with some settings. I don't know. I didn't even know this was here. This is cool. Digital trend. Yeah. All right. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? I just think that this website is rather cool. I like the way that the things float around. This website, just the cleanest looking of the ones, I think. I like the colored things up here. I like the way they bounce out whenever you select them. I was just kind of shocked to see something that's a similar clay looking look. Similar clay look. I like the buttons a lot. I think it's all very nice and clean. I don't love the way the works are laid out. I don't think I'm going to do my portfolio in this way. I think I'm going to do my portfolio a lot like the icons that you can click and drag places. I think that's or click and open up and like drag the little windows it opens. Yeah, I think I'm going to do something similar to that for my portfolio. This website just immediately like, whoa, holy shit, right? I love the way it opens straight to artwork. There's no bio, there's no anything. It's just like, this is the shit. Just look at some fun eye candy. This one does the same deal where you can drag stuff around. It doesn't have icons that you can click on to open stuff, but it does have this, which is probably how I'm going to lay out my photography stuff. I've been trying to figure out a way I can do that. And we're on to the last website. This website I don't actually really want to get anything from. I think the text is a little hard to read, but I love it nonetheless. I just think it's kind of a fun thing, fun theming, weirdly mysterious. It draws you in. Oh, and the dogs are barking. That's my cue to go. Goodbye.
Hey, what's guys? I'm back, right? So cool websites, right? I don't know what the fuck I just showed you. I hope I can make that work. Anyways, so all those websites were really inspiring, and I think largely looking at all that fueled me to really like, okay, I gotta do my cool idea instead of letting it die, letting it sit there and rot. So yeah, with Isa's help, I did a ton with the claymation. On Saturday, I spent 9 straight hours figuring out all the fucking bullshit with different programs and different workflows and running into shitty problems with iPhone's built-in HDR, so I have to use Pro RAW files. running into annoying garbage with Stop Motion Studio, which was the app I was originally using, automatically compressing into small JPEGs whenever you shoot in 4K. So, real quick, fuck that app. Fuck Stop Motion Studio, dude. I don't know. I'm actually gonna write a mean review because I spent $10 on their shitty fucking program through the Windows Store, and I I was so hesitant to buy it because I hate the Windows Store. You can't refund shit. There's none of that. Maybe you can. I don't know. Dude, fuck the Windows Store. But most importantly, fuck Stop Motion Studio. Shit ass app. I was like, oh my god, something where I can use my phone as a remote camera and I can have onion skinning and stuff. This is perfect. This is the perfect solution. Except one limitation. Why? Why make it a JPEG? Why fucking do that? Oh my god, dude. I'm getting pissed thinking about it. It was so angering. So many things I did just for it to turn out to be like, oh, we compressed the image too much. It sucks. I extracted the image from it. I was like, this looks awfully small. I figure it's just in the preview in the program it looks small. I exported it and I extracted a PNG from that. You can even see it in the MP4 how bad the quality was. But I extracted a PNG in a lossless way. It was not a lossy conversion. That's not where it happened. It was in Stop Motion Studio, and I fucking put it into Photoshop. And I was doing my editing. I made it transparent like I have been, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why are there jagged edges? Why does this shit look crusty and nasty?" I'll throw it up. Bam! Look at you, Stop Motion Studio. Look at those crusty ass edges, dude. Fuck that app. $10. I'm beyond pissed. So I ended up doing out with any remote camera solution, and instead I had to fucking just freehand it. Basically, I don't get onion skinning. I don't get any of that. I don't get the ability to shoot here and then shoot here and then shoot the frames in between. No, I just have to do it all blast in a line. But whatever, right? It worked out. I used the app Beastcam, which has been such a fucking saving grace of an app in the past. Like, back when I was doing gauntlet stuff and recording stuff on my phone, I used Beastcam, and it looked great. For this, I used Beastcam. It looked great. Genuinely an amazing app. Those guys, I fucking way better than the Stop Motion Studio guys. Fuck Stop Motion Studio. Oh my god. It promised on the website, like, full control of the camera. No the fuck you don't get that. Jesus. You don't get that. It even like gives you the options. It says like, oh, do you want to change the white balance? And you're like, oh, that's great. I can like manually adjust the white balance, like the degrees. No, you can't. It gives you preset options. Fluorescent, daylight, things like that. You click them, and you notice as you put different colors in front of the camera, it's still changing. Even clicking on the presets does not actually lock it. It just like makes it vaguely more blue, right? It was infuriating. It was really, really angering. And the white balance is really important whenever I'm trying to chroma key something against a blue piece of paper. Would use a green screen, but guess what? There's green in it, so I can't. It was a headache for so many reasons. Figuring out the lighting, because I don't have actual lights. I'm just using grow lights with a piece of trash I found in the garage acting as the diffuser. Literally just a piece of packing, like, garbage. Just foam material. Yeah. No, I'm still pissed about the Stop Motion Studio thing. That was such a waste of my time. Anyways, I ended up shooting all of these images in ProRAW format. On Beastcam, and I originally thought I'd need about 360 frames, which I was not excited about because if you assume a minute, which is generous per frame, generous as in probably would take longer than a minute, right? If you assume 1 minute per frame, that's 360 minutes, 6 hours minimum. I was not looking forward to that. So instead of doing that, because originally what I was going to do, I needed about 30 seconds of animation at 12 frames per second, and I was going to just, it's like the website guy, he has 4 arms, 4 spells he's holding, a wizard hat, all that. He's like a little guy. And he has his idle animation, and then he has 3 others. He has a frog blink, a booger, and his hat spins. And I figured, well, I would just have to record all of the animations with all the parts moving in all of them, and it'd have to look all very good, and I wouldn't be able to fuck it up at all. But I immediately fucked it up every single time. I get 5 frames in, nudge it, fuck, have to restart. Then I realized, this is insane. I'm never going to finish this way. So I recorded each part individually, and used a lot of hacky shortcuts. I managed to do only 140 frames that were each individually way simpler than the frames would have been for the 360 approach. So it was even faster. It took like an hour for all of it. Hour and a half, I think. I don't know. It was like ridiculously fast to shoot all of it. And there's a lot more editing I have to do now, but I would have had to anyway to make everything transparent, to move everything in place. I don't know. It's not actually that big of a deal. It's just the approach. I feel like a genius. It's all going to work so perfectly. It's marvelous. I'm so excited. I can show you just like, I'm just going to spit up random little like tidbits, tadbits, whatever, what have you. But I cannot show you the full thing yet because I still have a lot of editing to do. My goal for it was have the website ready by April 19th, which is my birthday. It's going to be a long week, I think, is the consensus there. It's going to be a kind of killer week because my birthday is in 6 days. There's a lot. There's 140 images to go through and figure it all out, but I've got it. I know I can do it. I just got to sit down and grind a little bit. But yeah, that's it. I enjoyed it, even with the annoying bullshit that happened. I thought it was a lot of fun, and very excited for the result. I feel incredibly accomplished to have finished that by 3 p.m. It's like, wow, I did all this shit, and I have all the day ahead of me. Work before play, guys. It makes you feel great. This is a long fucking video. I had a lot to talk about. Fuck Stop Motion Studio. Next week is my birthday. Sorry for going double time. Weekly bites. I don't know. I'm just saying buzzwords now. Fucking fiddly pop. Goodbye.